Good afternoon, QPR. You're the first in the door there, mate. Good to see you. If anybody asks what I'm up to, I'm just setting up my camp for the night, and I just thought I'd put the live on early. So I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be here too much. Afternoon, Jerry. Indiana, yes. So that's what I'm doing. Just hoping I'm going to get this done, yeah. What are my chances, you reckon? I reckon 50-50. Oh. Yeah, I've got the weight sorted. I'll have to cut that bit. Fucking hell, 103 people have just watched me erect camp, eh? Amazing. How are you guys? I tell you what, it's been a beautiful day, hasn't it? It's been absolutely gorgeous. Like I'm shirt and jumper today, that's it. All day. All day. Didn't know how I was going to set this up when I got here. I just saw the spot and it opened up to the sky as well, because we've got a full moon tonight, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it just comes together as you do it, yeah? It really does just come together. So I've not done this style tarp before, so I have no idea what it's called. If anybody knows, please let me know. Have we got any moderators in the house tonight? I know I've got 2 mods at the moment, Simon and Charlotte. Are either of you 2 here? Either one of you? No? Okay, Ollie, I see you're in the house. Do you want to be a mod for a bit? Are you cool with that, Ollie? Ollie or QPR? One of the 2. Take your pick. You're both familiar faces here. I know we've got a delay. Who's it gonna be? Yeah, okay, CS. Ollie? No, not for you, Ollie. No. What about QPR? What other names do I recognise here that have been quite a few lives? Who are my regulars here? Put your hands up. I'll bring you over to the light in a moment. If that's what I'll do now, whilst you sort yourself out. QPR, did you see my question before? I asked if you wanted to be a mod for this live, mate, because my other 2 mods have not turned up. Basically, you've just got to hide all the bad language. The Epping Werewolf, yeah, I suppose I will be shortly. My 9th night here. MLJA, hello. I know I'm trying to find a mod at the moment, but I want to use somebody that's been for quite a few lives. Yeah, but I don't have time to read every single question that comes through, Ollie. That's the only issue. Only if effort equates dollars, ACS. Let me get comfy. Get rid of these leaves. Don't need leaves, not yet. I know I can take my shoes off. Andrew Grommet. Mr. Grommet. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Everyone flick a few hearts on Mr. Grimmett's little gift there for me, will you? We've got 114 people here. Should get at least 100 hearts on that one. Yeah, no worries, QPR. You got enough on your plate anyway. Hey, Jay Taylor, GTO. Hello, Bishop. Just taking my boots off. I can't believe it's dark already. Yeah, what is it? It's probably not even 5 o'clock, is it? Yeah, it's not even 5 o'clock and it's gone dark. We're getting there. Dinner, I've already had dinner. I had I was in the local township of Chingford earlier. Went in there for a few hours, and I went to this cafe that I was at the other day, and I got a bacon and brie baguette with cranberry sauce. A little bit early for Christmas food, but you know. Tell you what, it's quite cosy here. It really is. I don't want to make the same mistake I made the other day. I've got my power bank already hooked to the phone. Ah, good evening, Roman. Roman, would you like to be my moderator for this live, because my other two mods have not turned up and I'm looking for a stand-in? You've been there since day one pretty much. There's only one Elvis though, isn't there? Unless you're in Las Vegas. All right, Craig. Yes, you see, I don't really work hard though, that's the thing at the moment. I've stopped working. Not so bad, Craig, thanks mate. Anyway, I want to have a bit of a waffle. So, looks like I'm not going to get a mod on this one unless someone turns up. Yeah, I don't like tents, Matthew, but thanks for the offer. Yes, QPR should watch you dance, eh? Dance like Elvis. Hey, jiggle. It wasn't raining here. I was out under the moon last night as well. It wasn't quite full, but it was there. I was in a sort of an open field, just on the edge of the forest in a field. So, I was in town today, in the local township, shall we say, and I'm really at two minds what to do, because I found something, yeah? Normally, you've all got to shut up for this, yeah? Stop these questions zipping past, because I'll miss them all. I really like to pride myself on my honesty, right? And my upstandmanship, if you would. Now, I've found things in the past that I've managed to trace back to the owner. Whether it's a card in the wallet, or Facebook search, things like that. The last wallet I found just had a business card in for a taxi driver. London black cab driver, and he had his business card in there. And he had his phone number on, obviously. And there was a couple of £100 in there. I phoned him up, and he was happy. And I love giving things like that, you know, back. It's not the money thing, it's the long-term sort of, you know. But what I found today was the only detail is the first name on a brown envelope. And the brown envelope was open, and there's a substantial amount of money in there. And all I have is the first name, and then the rest is just notes. The envelope's been open. It's quite old and worn, so it's not a fresh open. It's been in the pocket for a fair while. There's a fair bit of wear and rub on it. And I just know I'm going to take it. If I take it to the local police station, it's probably going to end up God knows where, and I'll never hear back from the person if it does get reunited, which I doubt it very much. Because the name is a foreign name, so I'm thinking it's wages under the table, possibly. I just don't know what to do. It's my brain. One part of me is just saying, there's no details to find, even attempt to try and find this person. I just don't know what to do. I know I'm not going to go out and spend it. I'm probably just going to put it in the bottom of my bag in a sealed pocket and forget about it if I end up keeping hold of it. Because then I don't think that karma has any input unless it's used on myself or I do something with it. I don't know. It's a tough one. I just don't know what to do. You know, I mean, I am an honest person. I mean, I don't have much. I don't get up to much. My days are filled with just getting through them as best I can, healthily and happily. And the initial elation of opening this envelope and going, whoa, that's gone. You know, that elation of, whoa, what's this, you know? And now it's just like, oh, not worry, but just concern, I suppose. That light's really bright, isn't it? That's better, yeah. The moon, right, okay. Robert, did you get my reply to your comment that you left? That I was mulling it over and I asked how far away you were from it. That's what I figured, Emil. You know, that's why I don't really have any dealings with them, because as much as there is a few honest ones, but the chances of dealing with an honest one is pretty slim. It's the new sort of notes though, Sam, so I don't think using it as toilet paper would be too good. You remember that horrible toilet paper you used to get in school? It was like grease-proof paper. It was bacteriological, or sort of antibacterial toilet paper. Didn't so much wipe it, I just smeared it around the place. Oh, it was horrible. Vault the Magi, Karma will be looking at how you attempt to return it. I do know there is a car wash in the local town, which is my thoughts of where it possibly, you know, if it is sort of cash in hand job, I'll just go down there and say, oh, is this person here? And they may be a bit cagey about answering a white man because they probably don't think I'm from the immigration people or whatever they are. Surviving, existing, Oniperno, yep, you got it. Aubrey, hello. Oh, you've gone already. Is that for me, Ollie, how I dry my clothes? I've got to wash them first before I dry them. Normally when I'm in a hotel for the night, which I do once a week or two. Yeah, that's good logic, that Vault. He's saying if I've genuinely exhausted all the legitimate attempts to return it, then yeah. So maybe that might be my first port of call. I mean, it could be as well that as well, War Donkey. You know, that's true. Do what I can to do that, and then, yeah. It's true, Mum. It's not raining, no, not at the moment. Sac priori, but I mean, that could change, yeah. It is England after all. Oh, windy Wellington, Paul Clark's here. Robert, yes. Ah, Charlotte's in the house. Good evening, Charlotte. I'm glad one of you have turned up. Donna, good evening to you too. Hello, Jeff. Saying hi there. Now, being homeless in Miami Beach, War Donkey, that'd be quite good. I'd sleep on the beach. Yeah, I used to do that when I did the festival circuit, War Donkey, when I was working at festivals and events. The car park and the campsites after post-festival, it was a gold mine of treasure. It was just full of stuff, even money, anything you could imagine. Right, Charlotte's one of my mods, guys, so you better tone your language down now. What's a knock? And who's S? North Korean dollar, is it? North Korean? Spartan Storm. Do you like to sea fish? Do I like to sea fish? I have sea fished a lot in my time. When I was growing up in New Zealand, I sea fished a lot. Spartan Storm. I appreciate it. What is a knock? Can somebody enlighten me what a knock is, please? Krona. No, it's not a knock, is it? Tracing paper. We used to use it as tracing paper, that toilet paper. It was horrible. It used to come out the thing, it was like folded like that, wasn't it? It was just one crease down the middle. You could have baked cookies on it. You live in central London, Robert. Okay. Right. Well, this is getting interesting then, because I was thinking that throughout the time it is there, then I could use it as my bolt hole that I mentioned in the last live when this came up, when your offer came up as well. Because not wanting to have accommodation full time, but a place I can go to for 1, 2 or 3 days, just when I just want to get away from it, just have a bit of privacy, because that's what I'm finding really attractive about this forest, which is why I'm still here 9 days later. The privacy, not being in the midst of everyone all the time, which is it's a side effect of being homeless. Really, is just you've got everyone's weird. There's always somebody there, always, and it does get expensive staying in these cheap hotels, whether you're paying 40, 50, 60 quid a night. It's so yeah, maybe we can make a time to meet up there. I know I can get a train basically all the way there. I've looked into that. Yeah, maybe, Robert, maybe. Yeah, I'll do that, Emma. That's one of my first port of calls. That I'll just put the first name in, Epping Forest, and then go on Facebook or something like that. I'll have to make a Facebook account though to do that, I'm assuming. Epicritulation, live from the coffin. Am I? Janet Harrod, good afternoon. No, it's evening. Orange-faced idiot. Yeah, you'll get on a list if you say his name out loud. I was actually quite a good fan. I was actually quite a big fan of. This is going to be so controversial. As I was a big fan of Trump when he first got into office, just because my reasoning for this was, calm down. My reasoning for this was, he's so different to what America has had over the last 200 and odd years or whatever it's been. He was just so far removed from what their normality was that I was of the mind that any change that America has now, whether it's for the good or bad, has got to be very beneficial in the short term, because they've just always been on this same track of war, argument, starting wars, doing underhanded shit and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, which is one of the reasons I didn't want to go back to London, Donna, was because it was fireworks night tonight, 5th of November. It's bad enough the other side of the forest I was on, It was ridiculous. I was just fireworks for the last 3 nights. It's crazy. I'll show you my track I've done. I've kept a little GPS track of where I've travelled. So the blue and red lines, if you could, oh there you go. So that's Epping Forest, yeah. Oh, let me zoom out of it. So that whole green thing is Epping Forest, yeah, and that blue line and the red line is the little tracks I've been doing around the place. Moving from one night to another night. Oh, what happened there? Anyway, you saw that. Yeah, you tell it, you big up everyone like that, Charlotte. That's excellent. They need a little reminder too on occasion. Did you, Harry? What, unfortunately, the name Harry wasn't on it. That Harry Bratton sounds like a proper English name. Yeah, well, there's a couple of people I do know, and because that's one thing that's been mentioned in these comments just previously, was helping out, and there is 2 people I know of that I have said in the past that I would like to help, and one of them I have got a bag for them, given to me off a subscriber. No, you see, I don't know if I'd give it. I wouldn't. In fact, I quite honestly say no. I would not give it to charity. I don't care who the charity is, whether they're a charity that all the donations go to the help section, or whether it got, definitely not to the CEOs. But no, I'd rather spend that money charitably myself than give it to some charity to spend charitably. Motors and music, spot on. Oh, hang on, what's this green thing coming up? Oh, hold on, I'm going to come past that again. Did anyone answer me what a knock was? I must be way back in the... Okay, I've just gone past that 50 knock from Spartan Storm, so I'm going to zoom down the bottom because I think I've missed a lot. Yeah, shitloads. He can't meet up with people, it never works. Let this man do his lives and we will see him build his life from afar. Meet up. Is it cold? I've got to go back a bit. How's the abyss? You'll have to explain that one, Zari. Roy Jones, I have not been disturbed during the night. I do not have a tent. I have worked in the past whilst living outside. Yes, and I win. I do win. I am Abby, yeah. Contact information's in the bio, Abby. John, good afternoon. Trump's different, like someone who's got his first bagpipe and practices it all hours. It's true, Ollie. They may come for the cash. There's only one name on that envelope, Sam. All right, Mark. Okay, Robert. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Did you hear that? That was a bang, loud banger. He's getting things done. You see, this is why I'm in 2 minds about Trump, Tony, because he does get things done and he doesn't take shit. And if he wants something, he'll just do it. Yeah? If he doesn't do it, he'll get the Pentagon to bomb them and then do it, probably. That's another sentiment. See, there's so many wise things said in this chat. Janet's just saying charity begins at home, and both of those are such a good ideas. Give it to charity and charity begins at home. So I mean, this is where the English language fails. Oh, thanks for that, Charlotte. Yeah, I keep forgetting to mention that, so Charlotte's doing the job for me there, about to buy me a coffee. No, it's not a good way to go, that side, is it? Both my grandparents went that way. Outdoor swaggers in. Evening, fella. Tis all well. You'll have to watch the beginning of this. I did quite a nifty little build on my little camp today. Just as it was going dark though, so I don't know how much of it got through. How homeless. 2.5 years homeless, and then sort of, how would you say? Embraced it, really. Why not? I was feeling better. I was healthier of mind and body. Didn't have any of the stresses or worries. Wasn't thinking how I was going to make rent or pay the next bill. It's, yeah. Not a bad place to be, really. You're up, Dylan. Thanks for dropping in, man. I always get a bad feeling when people wish me luck. It's like there's something bad on the horizon when someone goes, "Oh, good luck, mate." And that's a way of warding it off. Kalamata. I don't know about that, Kalimata. At the moment, I mean, you know, if I could get that's Kalimata. That's a very good question, that, and it does open up all sorts of squirrely feelings in me. Because I think if I could get dropped into a life of being married with a couple of kids in a nice house on some good acreage with animals and good land, good soil, and not have to worry about that folding stuff that most people have got in their pocket. If that could happen like that, yes. But the other option for me at the moment, the reality is being stuck between four walls amongst many other four walls of many other beings, hearing what happens in the immediate living spaces around me, smelling all sorts of smells, hearing all sorts of noises, and existing on the breadline, then no. Definitely not. I can even put my leg behind my head too, see? I'm not stretched, so I won't do that. Not at this age. When you're in your 50s, you've got to slow down doing stuff like that. That's what I missed there. There's a few big swish of questions went past. Kalimata. I don't being wished bad luck probably sounds a bit better than being wished good luck. Scrowler's wishing me good luck now as well. No, I don't think that is it. That's not an owl, is it? I don't know what it is. I've been hearing a lot of deer bark. A lot of deer. There's one place I stayed at 2 nights ago, and it was constant deer barks for probably an hour and a half. There was about 3 of them, all dotted around me. So one would bark, and then these 2 would go, and I tell you, they don't sound horrible when they do it. Life after 60. How did a Kiwi end up in the UK and homeless? This is a question I've got to answer, isn't it? I should do. In fact, I do plan on doing this video for all the people that have been there since day one. I was having some issues. First off, the issues started in Australia. I was there, I was engaged to be married, I had a house. We just bought a house. Some shit went down. Ended up getting separated. Basically, she got everything. I got half the value of the house, she got everything else. I went back to New Zealand. The shit came back with me, and that shit affected me for since the new millennia, yeah, since the year 2000, let's say. That shit's always been there. And it's only just been the last maybe 6 years that I've not let it worry me. I've stopped worrying about the what ifs and everything like that. And just started living and enjoying again. There was a span of time there for probably a decade. I didn't go out anywhere. I drank like a fish. I smoked like a chimney. There was a stage when I was over 100 kilos. Just not doing nothing. I was having dealings with the hospitals for mental health. I was on all these types of medications, and all because of some shit that happened in Australia. Something I discovered. Something that I was not supposed to find out. I found out too early. And it sort of threw me and them off the track, as it were. And I started being but in a way I'm sort of glad that it's all happened, yeah, because I knew that if I would have carried on where I was at in my life, yeah, I don't mean the marriage, the potential marriage and the relationship and the house and the normality of life. I'm not on about that here. But if I would have carried on being the person I was before I discovered what I discovered, then I know I wouldn't like the person that I would be today if I didn't end up where I ended up back in the millennia. Because I far prefer the person I am now than what I could see myself becoming had I stayed who I was back then, if that makes sense. So if any shit does happen in your life, it might feel like bad shit, but eventually you'll get to know it and embrace it, that it was some good shit that happened, even though you went through all this shit and all this worry and stress. Because had I not gone through all that before, and still do in some small ways, even today, there's still times when I think, no, don't go back there, But it happens for a reason, yeah? It sounds corny as hell, I know, but everything does happen for a reason. But I think I screwed my timeline slightly. I think it slightly went a bit skew with. Something kicked off before it was supposed to kick off. things. It's just started raining. Here we go. Who was it that mentioned rain? Huh? Oh, where was I? So, life after 60. There you go. That's just a brief rundown. Roy Jones, yeah, that's a good sentiment, that. I think there should be more people that do that, you know. Get out the system and give it two fingers. Yeah, outdoor swagger. That's a oh, I'm gonna have to swipe through these because these are gonna be, yeah, there's loads. Look, bloody hell. Sorry if I've missed you. I'll go back a couple. Steve Elsey, well, yeah, I suppose I do stay in London, but I'm seriously, since I've been here in Epping Forest, I'm seriously thinking of not going back to London, to be fair. There's nothing for me now that I gave my job to this other person, so I need to lighten my load and sort my bike out before I set off. Hoshia, Hoshia, it is in the past for a reason. I don't want to sound like a pig-headed mule though, but what I experienced was a little bit different to what I think 99.9% of people experience that put them where I wouldn't end up. Mark's Adventure's got a good point there. The true cost of transition is high, but after time you realise that price was just. Oh, is that a hug, Charlotte? Thank you. Elizabeth, I don't think there's anything wrong with being upset. Michael Silver, I asked you this question the other day when you were in the live and you didn't answer me. Did you ever stay in a hostel in Bath? Because that name sounds familiar. But it was Silverman, I think it was, not Silver. But you may have shortened it for here. Is this the Michael? Are you the Michael I'm on about? Blueberry Girl, never go back, always go forward. So true. Right, Jones, you got that right. I'm not even going to repeat that one that you've just said, but yes. That is part of it, yes, it is. If that's what you want to call them. There's many names for them, but that is one name they are known by, yep. Cheers, Jeff, I appreciate that, man. Jeff's saying it's not corny, it's honest is what it is. Thanks for sharing. Grab a cuppa, mate. You know, if I could be bothered putting my billy on, I would. Sam, where's their power cut? You got a power cut. Where's Sam at? Hails to McHamster. Jesus loves you. He loves everybody. He loves everyone, Hailster. QPR's saying we're all here for you, Kiwi. I've started repeating these because there was a guy that left one on the these lives get saved and put into the video list, yeah, just in a separate category. And I had a subscriber comment saying he likes watching the lives when he misses them. So he watches the replay, but he never knows the question that I'm responding to because I don't think he knows about replaying the live chat sequence, as it were. And he's not the only one that's commented that, so I'm just going to go through, catch up. Outdoor Swagger, fair play for opening up, sharing that. I hope it's taking some weight off your shoulders. Nothing, yeah. Strenex, who's Luxon and why does he want me to move? Rye Jones, it's near. It's stopped now though, hasn't it? It's not raining anymore. It's Sylvester Grump. There's certain ones that don't like an umbrella apparently. I was watching one of them the other night. I tell you, I don't believe in bad mouthing people, so I'm not gonna say anything because you know they do their best anyway. That's the main thing. They do try the hardest. They try the hardest at what they do or what they attempt to do. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Charlotte. When I mention Charlotte too, you guys may not know this, but when I say Charlotte, that's Tallulah Loves, who's one of my moderators. That's her name is Charlotte, yeah. So she's saying now a cup of tea is always a good idea. It's always a good time for a cup of tea too, Charlotte. Thanks, Rye. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Saying I'm doing great. You know, I've got a new gas can as well, so a cup of tea might be a good idea actually. QPR's egging me on here. I'm seeing this. Get the brew on. You do know that if I put the brew on, I'm not going to be able to get through these questions, aren't I? Oh, Spartan Storm's done another 50 knock. Spartan Storm, what you doing? Do I have a UK passport? Yes, I do have a UK passport. I do. Can everybody chuck him a high five or what this thumb thing is here? These people that donate whatever it is, I still don't know what a knock is. No one's told me. I could Google it, but I'm on here with you guys. Yeah, somebody tell me what a knock is. I'm guessing North Korean. It's not. No, it's too obvious. North Korean, isn't it? 50 knock. I don't know. And the username's not giving anything away. Spartan Storm. Spartans were what? Greece, weren't they? Area. Oh, look, he's just gone up to 11 thumbs there. From 5 to 11. Can we get any more? We've got 78 people here. 78. I wonder how many of those. Oh, 71 now. They just dropped. We'll revisit that in a moment, Spartan, see what we've gone up to. God, that was a big flighty thing. Dave is saying, let your boat of life be light, filled only with what you need. So true, yes, I like that. Life after 60. No, I don't have any bad memories, life after 60. He's thanking me for sharing and apologising if it brought back bad memories, but I don't think bad memories is the case. I don't think there's any, there's nothing negative about thinking about bad stuff. It's not really bad, I don't know, it's a weird situation it was, and I'm not going to get back into it now, but I mean, it was very tough at the time. That's all I can say. It was very tough at the time. When you've got every man and his dog telling you different things, and yet you're experiencing this one thing, you know, and you're being told all this. Sylvia Bouillon. Sounds like a Sunday dinner. Sorry, Sylvia. She's asking, what used to be your job in Australia and New Zealand? And what would you like to do to enjoy life while being free financially? Well, I'm enjoying life at the moment. And after today's find, I'm free financially for a short while anyway. But what I used to do, well, I started my life was plumbing. I did a plumbing apprenticeship. In fact, in the Sunday paper in New Zealand, there is a photograph of me when I was an apprentice on a building site. And I've got my arms around, and I am linked with 3 other people. Now, get this. Who are those 3 other people? if you could name, if somebody's good on the computer actually, have a look at the New Zealand Sunday Star Times for a photo of a plumbing apprentice with 3 world business magnates from the 90s. They are all pretty much in the spotlight these days. And the story of the article was that Adam, and they said my surname, is in the right profession to be in the same sort of income bracket as these guys are now, or were back then. It was Donald Trump, Elon Musk and Bill Gates. They were the 3 that I had my photo taken with. Superimposed, not like they weren't there, but I was superimposed on a photo for this front page spread. And it's just so mad that these are the 3 main, especially Bill Gates. I mean, he's a controversial one, isn't he? But this was before he was known for what he was known for. I've still got the photo actually. I've got, well, not the photo, but the paper cutout. And if somebody's any good with researching newspapers and things like that, they might come up with this photo and show a fresh face 20, I think I was 22, and I'm wearing this, oh, it's worth it, yeah, if someone can bring that up. No, it's not the one then, Michael, sorry. Right, I'm skipping down again. There's loads of things I'm missing here. I just can't keep up because I waffle too much when a decent question comes up that I... No, NOK, yeah. Oh, this is probably what I missed last time. Norwegian, okay, so it's Norwegian. Interesting. So Norwegian is a knock. Where's the K come into? 1/10. £1. No, so if it's 1/10, then 50 is 5. Loser vision. QPR, that sounds painful. Your accordion little escapade. Aquilex, thank you. Thank you. You're one of the very few that actually looks like a photo profile picture, not just a little symbol of a letter or something. Lovely blue sky behind you, by the way, Aquilex. I could probably sell my own range of tea bags, Ollie. You might be onto a thing there, but I sort of said to myself when this thing went north in September, this channel, when it just suddenly just decided to head for the moon or whatever it was that happened very, very quickly, then I did say to myself, no, merch is one thing. I'm not going down the road of merch, you know. I have thought about maybe affiliate stuff, but it would have to be something that I would use. There is one, I received an email the other day, Ollie, and it was for a RO water filter, which is a reverse osmosis portable bushcraft backpacking type water filter. So they're sending me one in the post anyway. I want to have a look at it, and if it's something that I'd use, because it would save me having to get these then, you see, then I'll use it in lives, I'll use it in my videos, because it's what I'd use anyway. You know, it's got to be something I would use on a daily basis for me to actually promote in my own way. Stickers, no, I'm not selling stickers. Sorry, Hoshi. No, stickers are out of the question. Hello, Ether Elephant. You have another nice little profile thing there going on. It looks like a War of the Roses type rose. Krona. Oh, is that what it is? Norwegian krona, that's where the K comes in. Thank you, Michael. PTSD, no more war on animals. Yes, he's saying ex-military soldiers with PTSD go through hell right now too. Hell is the right word. Trump and Elon are the winners, yeah, that's true. That does depend though, Mark's Adventures, you know, what side of that fence you sit on. Whether you consider Elon and Trump, because Elon and Trump, they're sort of at odds now, aren't they? There's fireworks going off, I just saw that. They do sell live straws. I've got a, what have I got? I'll show you what I use when I need to use it. I don't use it religiously, because obviously I just go and spend a few quid at a garage, and but the one I've got is, it's not a bad one when it comes to filtering water. But a reverse osmosis one would be quite nice, because you do get a lot nicer water. I do know you just need to add a pinch of salt to whatever water comes out of the reverse osmosis. It's the life straw pouch, yeah. So I bought this with my own money. This is one that I use on occasion. At the moment, it's a flexible bag as well, so you can just fill it from anywhere. The filter bit is in. Oh, I've buggered that up now, haven't I? There we go. That's the filter there. At the moment, it's sitting in a very sort of weakish type solution of salt water, because I'm not using it regular enough to warrant not having it sitting in salt water. Excuse me a moment. Put it back together now. That's just to stop the filter from drying out, and because I have used it in the past. So they recommend, oh shit, there we go. Got salt water on my sleeping bag now. And it comes with the backwash syringe as well. So they're really good. I got that from, what was it? There was a shop that closed down 6 months ago in London. It was like Nordic Outdoors. That's the one, Nordic Outdoors. Really good shop there. I did get a pair of Falcon ribbon trousers from there, but I tell you what, as much as the hype is with these Falcon ribbon trousers, they're not. They're shit to use all the time. They only lasted me about 6 months full-time use. Charlotte, your staff keep mentioning that. That's beautiful. A life straw is cheap. What many trekkers use for water clearing. Yes, there's another one as well, and I can't remember what the name of the other one is. It's like a gravity-fed one. I saw this one today on a video I was watching, and it's like you fill up this. It was like a cup, like say that big there, and you fill that with water, and then the top bit you pushed down the inside, and it had the filter at the bottom. So as you pushed it down, it all transferred into the bit that you pushed in, and then you can just drink it as normal. It was an amazing piece of kit. I think it was, is it TA Outdoors or TA Bushcraft or something like that? Guy on YouTube here. No, Window to Wilderness. We've not kicked them out yet, but I'm sure it's in the works. Personally, I just think we should just all live as one, you know, but there's certain elements at play here that, oh, here we go. See, now this has kicked off another thought process, this. There's elements at play that don't want us all agreeing on, all being on the same page, you see, because when we all get on the same page, then there is a division between the 99% and the 1%, and if all the 99% got on the same page, then the 1% would have to start saying goodbye to their way of life. And that is something they are trying, they're desperate, well, they're not trying because they've got it quite easy at the moment. They've achieved what they want to achieve, and that's the division. We need to break the division of the 99% so we all get on the same page and stop that shit from happening. Sawyer Mini, that was the one. Yeah, Silvestro. Yeah, the Sawyer Mini. Nice pricey piece of kit that, but certainly a good job. Apex, welcome. Window to Wilderness, good luck, thank you. Yes, there you go, there's another good luck there. Mike, hello, welcome. Michael, do you feel the damp in your joints this time of year being constantly outside? Michael, it's funny you should say that, because I was unsure whether to put that down to just a feeling of old age or whether it had something to do with that sinus infection that I had the other day, which is now gone, by the way. I even had it was hard to sleep, put my head on the pillow, because just down here, I think it was about there, is there a gland? Does anybody know if there's a gland here? Because I had a bump there that was very tender, and every time when I had my head on the pillow in a certain way, it produced a pain because there was a bump here, but I mean obviously that's gone now as well. So maybe that's what I put the joint pain down, but I've still got the joint pain. But the whole family has some form of arthritis, whether it's osteo or whatever the other one is in the family anyway. So whatever way, I'm going to end up a bit crooked, I think, when I start putting the age on. It is a good piece of kit, Silvestris, the squeezy live straw. We've dropped to 76 people. I've been waffling for an hour 17. We're coming up to the hour and a half mark again. Yeah, War Donkey, this one here I can screw onto, like, I think there's only a certain type of water bottle, but yeah, certainly do that. I just saw a heart flash up the screen. Okay, we've got 98 of these, yeah? Let's just try something. All 77 people that are in this chat at the moment, yeah? You beat me to it. Yeah, I don't even have to say it, do I? 98. We're still on 98. There's 80 people now. 98. 99. Can we crack 100? There's a few hearts that are going up. How many hearts per 100? There you go. Just hit 100. Oh, there's coins going up there as well now, and like ice cream cones. Yeah, I've got no idea how you guys are doing that. I'd like to spend time on the other side of a live, actually, to see what it's like. So I think maybe next time one of my favourite YouTubers, who are going to remain nameless, do a live, I might have to jump on I'll just have to make up a different account. In fact, some of these other YouTubers that I watch could very well be some of these mundane no, not mundane accounts, but some of these no-named accounts could very well be. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, there's another message there being hidden. Grail Waterfield, I've not heard of that one. Viva la Revolution. Looks like I've missed a load here. Julie McLean, hi from Burnley. Hey, Burnley holds a special place in my heart, Julie. Whereabouts in Burnley are you? Mr. Biggs is in Wellington there as well. Mr. Biggs near the Beehive. Is that the lymph node, Loser Vision, there? Is your lymph node, is that... Is your lymph node something that swells up when you get an infection then? Siv had a lump there as well. Lymph node swells when it's working overtime. Oh, okay, right. So I did pick up an infection. Because the day before that, I got some food from a dodgy place that I just was not too sure about. But I took care of that by having a full body cleanse. I've got this thing that I do when I feel... Did I get the question of whereabouts in Burnley you were, Julie? Padiham Road, or Padiham Riyadh. Okay, yeah, I know Padiham. I know the tin bobbin too. Is the tin bobbin still going or not? Yeah, the lymph nodes, yeah, they do. It's like the Chinese meridian system, isn't it? That follows the lymph node. What was I saying? Oh, I forgot that train of thought now. Ollie's saying it can also be a pimple. Yeah, I'm sort of past the age of pimples, huh? Okay, oh, that's what I was saying, yeah. So the lymph nodes expel the toxins, so that's why it was over. Yeah, so I must have picked up some toxins. But I'm a big believer in this because every time I feel illness coming on, or when I start to feel sick, whether it's a flu virus or stomach bug or just general malaise, yeah, there's a certain regime that I follow every time, and this is why I don't really get sick, but I may start to feel sick or start to feel ill, but I don't actually end up being sick. Mark's Adventures is 18 miles from Burnley as the witch flies. Okay. Near the tin bobbin, it's shut down. That was they just put the tin bobbin through a refurbish when I was last in Burnley. I have family up near the hospital, Burnley General. Are you born and bred in Burnley, Julie? And it's saltwater. Saltwater is pure. It's healing. It's like it's there. Yeah. Saltwater solves anything. I use it for cleaning my sinuses. That's how I got rid of my sinus infection in a day. Was just a saltwater bottle of fresh water. Good pinch of salt in there. Let it dissolve. Put the drinking nozzle up one nostril. You've all seen my video on this, I'm sure. If you've not seen my video on this, I've got a short of me flushing my sinus system out. And you put the born and bred in Burnley. Julie, welcome. You may become a mod. Get the bottle and you just squeeze it, and you get that positive pressure up one of your nose, up one side of your nostril into your sinus cavity, and it comes out the other nostril, and just flushes out all those toxins and redoes the lining, because it's a saline solution, the salt, so it redoes all that mucous membrane, and you flushes out all the shit basically. Just keeps it nice and clean. Now that also used the saltwater protocol as well for cleaning the internals as well. Whether you take it, this may be too much information for some of you, but there's really no harm in drinking a strong salt solution, providing you've got a good healthy liver on you and kidneys. Following that with copious amounts of fresh water. What that does is it gets your whole body to just expel. It's like igniting Mount Vesuvius in a way, because you will have a severe and violent evacuation, not from your mouth. And that, to me, is like squeezing the dirty water out of your sponge, yeah? You squeeze that dirty water out of your sponge and it works for anything. It's a really good reset for your body, it really is. And I'm a true believer in this because I've been doing it for years. And this is why, after all the shit I've been through, all the shit that they've thrown at me, I am still alive today and still healthy, yeah? Because it may seem extreme, but it just resets your body and sets it up for that healing process. Now you can take that salt water through your mouth, or you can give it to yourself the other way, yeah? Just hold it in your body, and then your body's going to tell you when it's time to get rid of. And it doesn't just get rid of the salt water, it gets rid of all the toxins and everything and all the stuff that your body's holding. It's an amazing protocol to just do. It really is. I'm a big fan of the saltwater flush. Yeah, salt heals everything. There's a saying from way back, like, worth his salt. This guy's worth his salt, you know. Is he worth it? Is he worth his salt? They used to pay people used to get wages in salt because salt was such a big part of the economy. There's so much you can do with salt. It's very cleansing. You can preserve food with it. You just so many things you can do with salt, and it's used in every level of. There's a lot of spirituality surrounding salt. You may have heard that people sometimes do spiritual practices with salt water nearby, or sat in a circle of salt. There's so much that you can do with salt. It really is. What did I miss with that, Charlotte? Great advice from Michael that will work with the lymph nodes. Am I going to go back and read this, or are you just going to tell me? Massage your face, draw the fluids. Oh, you mean this one here? Yeah, with the lymph node. And then you go down there and you squeeze it out. Yeah. I wasn't aware that's what they were, the lymph nodes. Yeah, saltwater nasal wash, Emil. Himanshu, yes, well, homeless I think is involuntary. I think more houseless these days, which is one of the reasons I was thinking of changing the name of the channel, but I was told not to. Michael, I think I've missed you, man. Goodbye. Thanks for calling in, man. Benari Blackie, hey. Bonnie, welcome. Bonnie is the one, Benari Blackie, who you see up there with the green circle and the bee there. She's the one that's responsible for me staying dry tonight, because she actually gifted me this 4x4 DD tarp that I'm sat under. And for those of you that were here at the beginning of the live, an hour and a half ago, saw me put up, she gave me that. And she even gave me the paracord that you saw me swing with the wood on over the branch to pull the centre of the tarp up. Questions are shooting. The questions are, there seems to be no questions, or they just shoot past so quick you don't see them. Yeah, salt was money. Elder, you're right, it was, it really was. And another thing as well, if you're stuck at sea, in fact, it doesn't have necessarily any sort of water. If you've got no access to, I mean, if you're in the know, you can filter water through natural materials, yeah, enough to drink it anyway. But if you don't have access to fire or natural filtered materials, and you're possibly going to die of thirst, dehydration, then you just put the water in the other cavity at the other side of your body, and just let your body soak it up that way. And it bypasses it. You can just get rid of all the bad stuff in the water then and just take on the liquid. Yeah, no, that wasn't raining. That was some fireworks off in the distance, Emil. It's not raining now. No, I think that's the other side of Epping. They're the northern side of Epping, yeah. The illegal invaders, as you say, anthrax. Oh, it's just put me on the watch list now, saying your name. Cheers, dude. Spartan Storm here, he's saying tooth infections I have fixed with salt gargle. The Roman soldiers were paid with salt, yes, and salted land as a punishment. That's right, man. That's right. I've actually got a I do my own dental work, because in my bag I have a filling for making fillings kit, because I've got a problem tooth here down there that causes me a bit of jib, and whenever it gets painful, I make a filling, and it's a glass polymer filling. I've got in fact, it's in there somewhere, it's under my food, but it's a two-part sort of powder and a liquid thing that you mix up, and then you just put the It's like a plasticine ball on your finger. Squeeze it into your tooth like that. Let it set. You're supposed to have a UV light to let it set properly, but I don't have a UV light. I'd like to get a UV light because I think it'd be really nice to go mushroom hunting in the evening when it's dark and use a UV light. I think that'd stand out. I'd believe that, Michael, if that was the case. Yeah, salt is worth. Yeah, that's where the saying is. He worth his salt. Yeah, Ollie, you might be right, but it's definitely not my glasses because it's further down. It's at the bottom part of the ear, not the top part. But I'm sure that might be. I think I'll do that, Charlotte. Interesting to see the lymph node diagram. Iroquois poolskin. Hey, bro. That's a very interesting name you have there, Iroquois. Southeast London now, which, let me just see, Southeast London, Southeast. No, the furthest southeast I've been is probably the Naval College in Greenwich. Celery comes from Salt too, is that right? No, yeah. Oh no, I think I've been Lewisham as well. Actually, if that's considered southeast condemned. Okay, Mark. Cheers, dude, for dropping in. Appreciate it. Stay chill, man. Mark's Adventures is off. Yeah, Joe's actually saying here that the police have been removed from Kensington Gardens and Hyde Park. The last time I was speaking to the police, they came over to visit me in the morning when I'd woken up. Luckily, I'd had a cup of tea by then, so it wasn't so bad. And one of the coppers was like, obviously not a happy lad because he kept his distance. Couldn't believe his colleague was talking to me on the level he was talking. But he actually told me that they were disbanding the Parks Police, which I thought was a bit weird, but I think Joe's just confirmed that now that's happened. It still doesn't mean that they're not going to kick people out if they're having fires, but you know. Well, I'm not in London at the moment, terrible times, and I don't really know if I'll be going back to London at this stage. I've got no reason. I mean, why do I want to go back to London? I've only got one bag at a friend's place, a friend's workplace. I've got one bag, and I use that workplace as a temporary address if I need anything sending there. I've got my drop box at a shop, which is one of these mail drop boxes things, you know, which if I order anything I can get it sent there. So I'm sort of in between places to have things sent. But I've also got a family member. Hey, I've got a family member up in Burnley, Julie, where I've got other stuff that can be sent there as well if Julie's still in the chat. Julie from Padiham Road, near Padiham Road. So there's not really any reason for me to go back to London. And I'm surely, if it wasn't for this horrible bicycle that I have, actually no, I'll rephrase that. The bike itself, I actually really love the bike. I do really like the bike. It just needs a lot of maintenance that I've just not been able to. It needs a whole new drive chain on it. The drive chain is shocking, it really is. The drive chain is that bad that I am unwilling to stand up off the seat and put pressure on the pedals to actually pick up any decent speed. That's how bad the drive chain is, because it slips and graunches. The gears don't behave. The brakes are really good. The suspension's really good. The frame's good. The geometry is beautiful. It really is. It's really nice to just cruise on, but it needs a new drive chain, and I need to sort out the cargo holding on it as well. Lewisham is in the hood. Yes, all right, there we go. H. pylori, that's strep, isn't it? That's the one that gives you the funny throat. Is that right, Mac? Rich Mac? Well, if they're there, fireworks are wedding, Ollie. They're having bloody weddings every day up this neck of the woods. I think it's just Essex boys with too much cash and time on their hands. Matthew Fletcher, I don't have a job anymore. He's saying, have you tried staying out in more rural areas, or is the city better for your work? I don't have work at the moment. This is my work, YouTube. Since I found out what YouTube are paying me regular for putting adverts in my videos, I did have a part-time job, 3 mornings a week, which I've given away to somebody else. Yeah. No, I never slept out Greenwich Condemned, but I'd been there many times when I was doing mudlarking. It was quite a nice place to go mudlarking. Loved it down there. Paul Sims is say hello. Robert Murphy's asking me the same question again that everybody else has asked. Do I choose to be homeless? As I seem to be a decent, intelligent dude. I was homeless for 2 years, but my 3rd year now, it is by choice. I like where I'm at, both where I am emotionally, both where I am mentally, where I am physically. I like a little bit of time off. Yeah, I don't mind checking into a hotel once a week or two, but I do have an offer from a subscriber that's got a boat, which I'm going to be meeting up with back in London, which is a reason for me to go back to London, actually. I don't think I'll go back this week. I might head back next week, meet up with this subscriber and get the lowdown on the boat that he's got, and I can use that as a bit of a bolt hole to just go and get some privacy. Which is why, Robert Murphy, that I'm still in Epping Forest 9 days later, because very few people here. It gives me that privacy that we all crave. The majority of you probably finish work each day, and you know, you've always got that time when you go in, you close the door behind you. That world is over. You're in your own little world. I don't have my own little world. I'm always out in it. Yeah, Epping Forest is apparently haunted. I've only found that out since I've been here, though. Charlotte, who is Tallulah Loves, my moderator, is saying that me saying that I will be leaving London is good news. It's not what it used to be. She was here many years ago. You know what, QPR, my ideal bike would be a touring bike. I've got my heart set on a one of the Surly bikes, because they've got a lot of braze-ons, a lot of mounting points that allow you to distribute your weight low. The issue I have, this bike, I can only keep all my cargoes up high, so the centre of gravity is off, which makes the handling very gangly. Very gangly indeed. So some sort of tourer, steel frame tourer, yeah. I do like the 29 wheels, 700Cs, because I'm quite tall, like I'm over 6'2", so the fireworks are going now. Can you hear that? Oh, I just remembered. I discovered a way that you can have hot meat pies whilst camping. You put your meat pie in the bottom of your billy with a drop of water, and you just put it on a low steam, like a low simmer, and the whole thing turns to like a stewy mush. It's like a stew. Oh, it's delicious. You let it steam till it just boils away. It's a game changer. I discovered it by accident today. Definite game changer. Hey, Lee Tuddington's in the house. Evening, Lee. No, I gave the job up, man. I gave it away to someone else. There was another guy that was in need, and I was making money off YouTube, and I thought, I'm making the same off YouTube as what I used to make in the job, like to the pound. I think I may have picked a bad place to sleep. If that's going to be the volume of fireworks I hear. So Lee, yeah, I ended up giving it to someone else. Yeah, I mean, my part-time job income wasn't enough, wasn't much, but it was enough to give me food each week. I mean, it's not enough to go and retire on or get a house or anything, but I didn't see the need to keep the part-time job, which kept me in London, if I was getting the same off YouTube. And there was a guy that was working the 2 days that I wasn't working, and I said, do you want to do it full-time? And he's got a flat, he's got commitments. He goes, yeah, definitely. So I said, dude, you can do it full-time, then I'm out of here. And I slapped him on the back, I got on my bike and went. I didn't even pick up my last day's wages. I don't even know about that. Chasing lights and shadows, woodland nomad life. Hey. Mate, if you need woods a bit more out of the sticks and south of where you are, hit me up, as I know the southeast woodlands like the back of my hand. Chasing light and shadows, drop me an email. I need details on that, because heading south for the winter sounds like a plan, man. Chasing light and shadows. So there's always something good comes of this. New chain, yeah, it's everything Apex. It's not just a chain and a cassette. It's front sprocket, bottom bracket, crank, pedal, derailleur, cassette, probably wheel bearings. It's just the whole drive chain, yeah. I like the frame, as much as the frame is maybe an inch too small for me, but it's an old sort of 2015 Saracen Mantra frame, and it is aluminium as well. And if I do want to, no, not if I do, but when I do go distance touring, like I'm talking serious distance, like I'm talking from here to Africa, here to the Middle East, which is where I want to take it, then I'm definitely going to be getting a steel frame bike for sure. Lee Toddington saying the question was answered, ignore it. I missed your question, I'm curious to know what it was. Don't you have a job? Okay, yeah, alright, there you go. I did look at the Yahoo wood stove ollie, yeah, I did, and it looks like a good piece of kit, but unnecessary for where I'm at the moment, if that makes sense, and no offence obviously, but I think if between the Yahoo wood stove and a Cali kettle, I think I'd go for the Cali kettle Scout myself. I mean, I'm managing with what I'm doing at the moment anyway, and I think if I was to upgrade my cook system, it would just add extra weight as it is at the moment. It's these fireworks are mental, aren't they? Rick Mack, totally different bacteria. Okay, so we're back to the strep throat one. Gives you a bad gut. Okay, that makes a bit of sense then. So that's what they're using, is it? H. pylori. The long-term issues of that, I am guessing, is some sort of nervous system, heart regulation type issue. Rich Mac may be in the know to answer that, because I think that one of their aims is to get I'm going down the path here. It's, yeah, one of their aims is to have me alive but immobile, which is why I have slight issues with the nervous system, the electrical charge of your body, as it were. Can I come back to Robert? This is Alexis out large saying, how many people here know Alexis Sale? If I was to say the name Alexis Sale, how many people know him? Can I come back to Robert and say to him that I was homeless in London until 8 months ago? I'm sorted now, but it's not easy to get out of. I was camping in the same area as our friend. Oh, hey. Trisha's Yarn Adventures, good morning. 7 a.m. in Kiwi land. Evan is having the same sentiments about New Zealand being the same at the moment. No, condemned, it's beyond being repaired, trust me. Seriously, I just think a new bike's going to, well, not a new bike, but obviously a steel frame tourer is going to be the way. I'm just really annoyed that Surly didn't get back to me. Charlotte's asking me, how did I find out the forest is haunted? I've got very good peripheral vision, yeah. So my peripheral vision is it's quite good, and I also have a lot of good feels going on, as it were. Yeah, there's definitely a spirit world. I've known that for a long while. Just interesting to see as well. Oh, that's crazy. I'm not going to sleep well with that. I hope that stops at 9 o'clock. Okay, Robert Murphy's saying thanks for the reply. Glad I found my happy place and that lots of us never find it. All the best. Cheers, dude. Trisha's Yarn Adventures is taunting me with a potato top pie. Is that the little handheld ones from the gas station or the Ponsonby pie one? Mine with the Ponsonby pie. Peppercorn steak Ponsonby pie. Or the steak and cheese Ponsonby pie. You see, I get these little follow-up little quote things come up on the screen. Chasing Light and Shadows is saying, nice tip, sounds good to me. And I'm now thinking, what was the tip and what was it that sounded good to him that I said? Surly Districker, Sakaya, welcome, yes. Something like that, man. Medium fats on it. Oh yeah, that was the little, you don't need much, like, you know, maybe 5mm of, I used 5mm of water in the bottom of my zip boil, ripped a pasty in half and put the pasty in with the sharp point of the pasty pointing down, turn the gas on, lit it and just let it steam. And I thought, I'll just let the steam heat up the pasty. Put the lid on, sat back, do what I do, which is just sit there and, you know, look at nature. And I could just hear it boiling dry, and I was like, okay, sweet. Took the lid off, and it had all sort of dropped down to the bottom and produced like a stew. Oh, I tell you, how easy a pie and pasty is to carry when you're hiking, backpacking, travelling. And to have then a nice hot stew, because everything is just steamed and dissolved and gone to like a sloppy, soupy texture. Delicious, it really was. "6'2". Ollie says, I mentioned I was 6'2". Now I need to get a camouflage net to hide from all the ladies. There's plenty of tall people around you. Back when I was a teenager, in my early 20s, yeah, being tall was, it was different, but there's so many tall people these days. That's not the case anymore. Rich Mac is asking if there's much to eat in Epping in the mushroom season. You know, I've been looking at all these mushrooms around the place, and I'm sure some of them are edible, but I said in my live the other day as well, I'm no expert. There's only 2 types of mushrooms I can definitely identify, and they are not traditionally known as edible ones. But I would love to know, like, there's one I took a photo of today. In fact, can I show you this? Let me show you this photo. It's bigger than my head. I use my camera. This is the camera a subscriber sent to me. It's the This is what I do my videos on now. So I'm just gonna, hopefully you can see the so there I am, I'm just cycling along through this track, forest here, and I saw that, I checked the van. These are huge, I tell you. This is a little preview, this. You won't see this for another week or so yet. It's amazing. Anyway, check this out. This is my hand. It's my hand. Wow, that is huge, man. There's a couple more over here too. Not as big, but you know, definitely getting there. How was that, man? Oh, Charlotte, you're a star for saying that. You really are. I just had to switch to the end of the questions then because I know I'd missed a load, especially playing that video as well. See you later, Matthew. So there's some there. Surly being surly, yeah. I'll have to take you on to be my manager there, Charlotte, as well. Is that what it is, a shaggy parasol? I don't think parasols, you can eat them, can you? Oh, okay, otherwise fine. That's crazy. But I've not seen a mushroom with that much diameter before. I mean, that was, you know, you saw the size of that. It was a biggie. Right, we're coming up to, we are now on 1 minute 52. At the 2 hour mark, I'm hitting the X. The X is going. So I'll just take this time now to say thank you all, for all 67 of you that are still here. In fact, do me a favour. Who here now has been here? Who here saw me set up camp? Because I spent the first 10 minutes setting up camp. So who saw that out of people that are here? Hoshia, Hoshia. Congratulations. Ollie, congratulations for sticking it out, man. Both you two. QPR did, yes, as well. You came lately. In the corner there, mate. Sylvestris, yeah, I know you guys are regulars. You just came in late, though, yeah? That's no problem. Emil. John Graves. Andrew Grimmett Sites. Lee Toddington, who's having a good old laugh there. There is a big log, Ollie. Yeah, you got the inside scoop on that one. That's going to stop me rolling down the hill, that log, you see. That's why I chose it. Because I spent, I'm not kidding you, I must have spent, Aldo's just subbed. Thank you, Aldo. Probably spent about 15, 20 minutes trying to find a flat spot, different areas around, because I'm in quite a hilly area of Epping Forest at the moment, and just trying to find a flat spot for sleeping, because I'm not sleeping, I don't sleep on slants, I can't sleep on slants. Jam Adventures just tuned in. You're late to the party there, Jam. I'm about to click off in another 5.5 minutes. I'm doing a 2 hour max one today. This is when you get all the crazies coming in now. No offence, Jam. Someone just called me Grandpa, that's all. Message was held for review. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Don't know what that message was. I can check that at the end of the stream. Swammy. Little Missy. Swammy used to be addicted to soap, but he's clean now apparently. So I'm using this camera as well. I've only just managed to get the audio sorted after several weeks of using it, yeah. And this is the receiver for the audio at the end here. I was plugging the plug into the wrong one. Oi, Robert Harris. Wishing me a safe journey and Godspeed. Robert, thank you so much, man. A is Australian, isn't it? Whereabouts in Australia are you, fella? Everyone flick him a like on that one. Yeah, whereabouts in Aussie are you, Robert? I've got a auntie and some nephews in Perth. QPR, yes, enjoy your match there, man. All the best, and hope you have a very ecstatic evening and celebratory. Adelaide, wahee, never been there. But thank you for that. West Country? Where's West Country? I thought you were over near Jamaica Road. No, that's the football ground, isn't it? So you're not there anymore. Yeah, that sound is idiots with fireworks, Lovejoy. Unfortunately, I've picked a bad spot tonight, which is always hit and miss when you're in the when you live this lifestyle. Sometimes you no. I was in a beautiful spot yesterday. I really was. It was quite a nice spot yesterday I was in for last night. Some nights you just hit the jackpot. Other nights you don't. You miss. Right, we've got 1 minute 50 left and I'm hitting the cross. I've got itchy ears for some reason. It's a full moon tonight too, so I want to do a bit of sky gazing. Imagine that, full moon on Guy Fawkes as well. You know, one thing I've noticed with the videos lately, just over the last 36 hours, the amount of comments that I used to have to spend a substantial amount of time replying to the comments or acknowledging the comments, yeah? But for the last 36 hours, I've not had to do that because there's been the odd one here and there. And it's just, I'm just wondering if YouTube have changed something in the way they do things, because yeah, I don't know what it is with comments. I mean, I did that short today about giving away the Woburn head torch. Specifically because I wanted to check if the comments were still coming in or whether there was some issue with them. And I said in the short, whoever leaves comment number 500 on this short is going to get this head torch, because I'm still carrying it around. Like a month after I did the review, the company sent me this head torch and it was the first and the only one I've done. And I've been carrying it around ever since, because I've got a head torch myself anyway in my other pocket here. And this one here for me is too big and bulky. I don't want it. So it's still packaged up. It's a bit worn at the edges now, but it's not been used. And I've tried to give it away in the past. I've not been able to. I've not been able to get people organised enough to have a substantial pool of people to give it to. So I've said, whoever leaves comment 500. The way I'm going to do this is I'll order all the comments from filter them from the newest, and then I'll count backwards. And when I get to 500, whoever's commented then, I'm going to get in touch with and send it off to them. Roman's made an appearance. Have you been there in the background all the time, man? Roman's another one since day one. I think every channel's got its core people, don't they, really? Cheers, QPR. You too, man. And I'll take you up on that offer if I ever get to West Country. And take heart as well, people. If you've asked questions or left a comment that I've not actually acknowledged on screen, what I do after this live, not directly after, maybe the next day, I'll re-watch the live with the comments coming past in real time. And so I do eventually read all the comments that are left, yeah. So there we go. We're up to 2 hours, guys. Just want to thank the moderator too, Tallulah Loves. She's done a fantastic job. If you're able to, give her a like, check out her channel, whatever it is, show her a bit of love, yeah, because she's the one that keeps the peace in here. I do have a couple of mods. She's one of them. The other guy's not turned up. Show her the love, guys. She's done a brilliant job. And for all those guys that have been here since day one, thank you. For all of you sticking through and sticking here for 2 hours, thank you. We'll see you on the next one, yeah? Take care, guys. Thanks for hanging.